Surely we can count on your support today. Thank you. So we would need just 3 things from you.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So a few weeks ago, I actually had the opportunity to go to NOLA for a wedding, which actually I was officiating for a friend. This is the second wedding I've officiated in my group of friends. So, and I think there's like a total of 7 or 8 of us. So I don't know, we'll see who's next, right? But while I was down there, I realized that I was like a 15-minute walk from Papier Plume, and I decided to venture out. I was like, you know what? I have a few hours to spare before I need to get ready for the wedding. So let me just trek over there and see what's happening. They were open, thankfully, because this was on Saturday. And I loved it. Okay, so my walk there, I think I have a few videos that I can share with you.
Happy Saturday! And while that's on the lonely road that leads to nowhere, oh, I need a Sunday kind of love. I do my Sunday dreaming and
but my walk through I think it was French Quarter, it was so beautiful. There's so much to see. There's so many little shops with like ornaments and galleries and antiques, so many art galleries. There is so much art. I think like every block had at least on each side 2 or 3 galleries, and then there were art vendors on the street, like street art vendors that had pretty cool stuff. I didn't buy anything just because I didn't have like anywhere to store flat pieces safely in my carry-on, and so I just didn't want to risk ruining the pieces, you know. But I did buy a Christmas ornament for my parents and one for myself. It was super cute. It's a crocodile with like Mardi Gras outfits. Super cute. So anyway, I finally made it to Papier Plume, and I can probably leave you here with a few of the videos I took in there. I just wanted to quickly add that I was wearing my amarillo hat, so they recognized that and they're like, oh hey, yeah, we know who you are. So yeah, they were pretty nice to me. At first, before I leave you with the other videos, at first I had walked in there, and it's a pretty decent size that it, like, you know, like 6 people can fill up the room just because everybody's so spread out. So I didn't want to record a lot, and I actually left because I didn't want to bother. I didn't want to just, you know, I'm just not used to that kind of because I'm not quite there yet with like being comfortable filming you know, in filming on location. But anyway, so I actually had left the shop, and I was like a few steps away when I was like, Eric, like, you're not gonna get another chance to be here and do this. So I went back again, and I just took out my phone and started recording a few of the places I could see without trying to like get my camera in front of people, because I know some people don't like being on camera, and I didn't ask like, hey, do you mind? So but anyway, here's a few videos of all of the things I saw in the shop.
Surely we can count on your support today. Thank you. So we would need just 3 things from you.
And I see her jumping on a couple bottles of weed also, and I'm just like, that like, oh, I'm busted, busted Birkin.
Yeah.
Very smooth.
That's like
I actually just
you like
I like it. I like it. Yeah.
I gotta take this as a test of I might have
I know they are. Like, they're always doing something. Also, I think one I'm always curious.
I really like the pink Grancy.
And while I was there, I actually decided to get me a bottle of ink. Let me see if you can see that okay. Yes, okay, this is the Manhattan Men Eating Pizza from the New York pen show. Manhattan Men Eating Pizza, yes. Because it was cute. Like, I've seen the color online, the swatch, and I've like been wanting to have it. And I then realized that there's quite a few Papier Plume inks that I have that I haven't really swatched. I think the only one that I have swatched is maybe the Faceless lady, which I bought 2 years ago, I think, from the Chicago pen show, and then Wigs and Boas. But I took out all of the ones that I have that I so far have purchased, and I have a total of 8, so I wanted to just take advantage and make this a Papier Plume dedicated video. So I'm gonna just turn the camera so we can swatch our inks. Okay friends, here we are. I think I'm all set up. I am using something that I actually haven't used, is my Stationery Universe cleaning cloth, and this is a dual purpose cloth. One is to wipe your glasses, I believe, and the other one is to clean your pens. So I'm gonna be using that. This is gonna be come very handy. Because as you know, I usually like to clean my nibs with a paper towel before I clean them with water, which gets rid of a lot of the ink. But I haven't been using my cloth, so I will be using that. I have my block of Tomoe River paper that I won like 2 years ago at the St. Louis Pen Show. I have my Kakimori brass dip pen in a Kaleidocraft 3D printed nib holder. Super cool combination. I'm just loving this combination of tools, just because it's very light and the brass nib does use a lot of ink, or does spread a lot of ink. I have my little cup of water right here, and I think I have my 8 bottles of Papier Plume right here. I kind of set them up in like the order that I think I remember getting them. So let's just go ahead and start, right? The very first one was this ink number 13. And I'll go ahead and tell you the story of this while I open this. But something I really enjoy about the bottles is this wax seal on the top of the cap. All of them have it, and I think from what I've seen, I think they coordinate the color of the wax with the ink. But this one, I believe it's a blue color, so they picked a white wax. But so back again to this ink. This was the very first one that I bought from this brand, because I had just started my journey in the fountain pen world during the pandemic, basically, and they were doing this. I think pen shows had been canceled, and they were doing this limited edition or special edition ink. I guess kind of like in remembrance of COVID, or just it was just a special edition. I'll leave it at that. And what was really cool about it was that they even included a little mask for your bottle, so it was pretty cute. So I think I got 2 of these, but I don't think I've ever put that in a pan. So anyway, so this is a limited edition fountain pen ink number 13, and I don't think Tomoe River has issues with oils, but I don't want to find out. So I'm just gonna put actually, I think I may put the name with like something else, because the ink, this will like just tend to make the writing a little bit bigger. So ink number 13. I'm going to be using this little pencil that I got from our sponsors for the Chicago Urban Sketcher Seminar from Koh-i-Noor. I believe that's how you say it. So yeah, super cool. And look how the wax just stays on the cap. It's just another way to dress up their bottles, and I love that. When I was in their shop, actually, here's a little secret for you guys. They suggested, or they volunteered, or they offered, like, if Amarillo Stationery ever wanted to do a collaboration with them, that they would be more than happy. So I think I'm gonna take them up on that. Can you imagine just a little Papier Plume bottle, kind of like this? I would love that. Okay, so that was ink number 13, and the wax stamp on it was a fleur de lis. Is that how you say it? It's very traditional in a way that I always see it from Papier Plume. That's what I mean by traditional. Like, it's a very common recurring theme with them. So the next ink I'm doing is this Rebirth. Now these two inks, I actually don't remember when I got them, but I believe I got them together, or I bought them at the same time. So Rebirth, the wax seal here, this one is a little different, the stamp. It looks like there is a treble clef right here, and then a bass clef right here, but I can't tell what that is, like a Roman numeral 2. I think that's what it is. So this is Rebirth. I'm sure there's more to the story. It says artwork by Tony Hollums. Looks like a brownish ink. These are all 30 milliliter bottles. I like the brown wax here. I should probably just, I haven't used them, I haven't taken them out in a while, so I should just like swish them around just a tiny bit, just so we can get the juices going. But there's like no pigment or anything, so. Okay, this is Rebirth. Oops. I got some, but I just, for some reason, okay. Huh. This is a little different to what I expected. I expected more of a brownish ink, but I guess it's more of like an orange leaning brown. I like it. Why have I never used it? Reminds me a little bit of like Monarca Tierra Colorada, just a tiny bit. And even that's an exaggeration, just because the Tierra Colorada is a little bit more on the darker side. This still has quite a bit more orange. Yeah, look at my little cloth. Okay, so this is Rebirth, and I'm just gonna label that Rebirth. Okay, moving on to the third ink. This has a red wax seal. And I remember getting this because there's another ink that I have been hunting for from Papier Plume, but I just haven't seen it come back. And it has a beautiful label. This is another thing that I love about Papier Plume inks is their labels. They each change with the bottle or with the ink. And I think it's so cool. Like the only thing that's consistent is the logo, because even the font changes. So yeah, I really enjoy that, and I love their little labels. So let's see, I'm gonna switch it around a little bit. I think this probably is more of a brownish ink. This is Café Diabolique. I don't know how you would say that. That's how I said it. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it looks more like a brownish. Oh, it's very deep. Like a coffee. It almost has like a hint of purple with how deep it is. I like that. That's really pretty. I should really start using some of these inks. And you know, as you can see, I've opened these and I've had these for years, at least since 2020 for this one. And they're still going strong. So something I'm doing off camera is I'm wiping my nib after I've dipped it. That's why I get that. Then I dip it in water. So now, like, you know, I've cleaned it 3 times, and otherwise it would have been really dirty by now. So it's just a way to simplify things a little bit. So this is Café Diabolique. Café Diabolique. Oops, I put the, okay. Oh, yeah, that's a cool color. Okay, Lake Michigan Sunrise is the next color, and this was one of the Chicago pen show inks, I believe. Actually, both of these were, and actually, as I say that, it's these 3. I think all 3 of these were Chicago pen show dedication. So I'm gonna do this one first. Oh, this one has shimmer. Good thing I looked in the bottom. So let's, and I think they do. Yeah, because if you look at the wax seal, it does have a little bit of like a hint of something else, right? So that's also smart on their side. That's also smart on their end. Something I have noticed before though, maybe when I was doing the color band calendar, this nib actually held on to shimmer, and actually it was probably the diamond calendar a lot. Because I kept seeing it in other swatches of inks that don't have shimmer, so that's annoying. So I don't know, I need to figure out like a better cleaning system, or maybe I'll have a separate nib for inks with shimmer. That's so uncalled for, unnecessary. I mean, I do have a bunch of nibs though. And I also sell kakimori nibs, so it really shouldn't be a problem. That's pretty. So this one is Lake Michigan Sunrise. I don't think, I'm gonna switch it around a little bit to see if I can get more of the shimmer, because I'm just not seeing it right now. It settles quite fast, like it already. So I gotta be quick. I can feel the shimmers going down. Okay, I think I got some this time. Okay, I think I put it on correctly. So you can see my nib is dirty. And I'm just going to clean it here. And then I put my water right here so you can see. That way it's not so dirty immediately. And then I just shake my dip pen like right above my trash can that I have here at my desk. And then I clean it again. It looks like it's good to go. Okay, so that was Lake Michigan Sunrise. Sunrise. And because that has shimmer, I actually wanted to get a little bit of a close-up. Yeah, there it is. Oh, that's actually really beautiful. I hope you can see it in like there's, yeah, that's, ooh. I like what's going on right here with this deeper blue color, and then you get a hint of the shimmer. There's a slight bit of sheen. That's really cool. There's ink number 13, which is a deep blue. That one you won't ever see again because it was a limited edition. This is Rebirth, which is like a brick red. It's actually really cool. And then there's Café Diabolique, a very deep brown. And that Lake Michigan Sunrise, that's beautiful. And then next is Lake Michigan Springtime. This doesn't have shimmer. Beautiful wax on the cap. I'm gonna switch it around just because. And I think my friend Angel was actually in NOLA like months before I was, so she got me that one. This looks like there's a hint of green. So let's see. What is all this? It's like a green leaning teal to me. Coffee break. Okay, and again, just the name Lake Michigan Springtime. I'm gonna put the name and then I'll show you what that looks like. Lake Michigan spring time. I don't want to go too far into the other. That's beautiful. It's almost emeraldish. That's pretty. Like, I would almost put it right next to Amarillo Stationery teal waistband, but I think this is a bit more on the emerald, more teal-y. And let's look again at that Lake Michigan sunrise. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Okay, let's keep going. So the next color that I have is the Faceless Lady. And again, this, oh, look at it's got shimmer. And I didn't get that from the cap, but I actually didn't even recall that had shimmer. Let's shake it around. The Faceless Lady. And again, I just need to be quick with it because I've noticed their shimmer is quite fast to settle. I think I had swatched this once and it was really pretty. Had I? I don't remember. Maybe not. It's like a grayish blue. I'm gonna switch it around just a little bit more to see if I can get more of those shimmer particles. Let me cap it. I got it all over me. Not from the bottle, but from the nib. That's okay. Okay, I think I got some shimmer particles, and I think it's gold. No, it's gray. So we'll see in a little bit. So this was inspired by architecture here in Chicago. I'll see if I can find a picture of that. But I thought that was pretty cool. It went down like, I think, as a bluish gray, but now I'm getting a hint of green. So that's pretty cool. It's the Faceless Lady. The Faceless Lady. Okay, we're down to our very last two, Wigs and Boas. Now this, of course, I love the name, but when I first saw it, I thought it was more leaning toward drag queens, but I don't think it is. It's just about like the lifestyle in NOLA. So I think I want to, like, for Amarillo Stationery, I would like to do something drag queen related. So let me know if you have any ideas or what you think. Okay, let's try this out. I think I had swatched this once. This was a while, like, yeah. It's like a watermelon-y color. It's really pretty. And I love, love, love the little label. Okay, let's put a little label, Wigs and Boas. Okay, and then the very last color, this was something I was really looking forward to. Now, out of my collection, this one and then the Rebirth, which is this color right here, are the only ones with like a different wax stamp on the top. This has the slice of pizza that actually they were selling in a kit together, or in a bundle with this ink, but I really only wanted the ink. I don't need the stamp or the wax seal with it. And there's no shimmer here. And I believe this is more of an orangey ink. Oh yeah, I'm glad that that piece of wax moved with the cap. Super cool. I think they did show a video of how they do this. Like I think they cap the bottles and then they dip them in hot wax. So okay, my nib is clean, and this is our last little color. I think I need a bit more. Yes, that's beautiful. You know, in hindsight, I should have bought like maybe another one, like 2 of these to do a giveaway for this video. That would have been cool, but I didn't think of that. Because I didn't think I was going to be doing a video like this. I was just going to tell you I went to Papier Plume and that's it. There's my very well used Stationery Universe cloth. I like how it's looking now. Okay, so this is Manhattan Man-Eating Pizza. It's a long name. Manhattan Man-Eating Pizza. I didn't give you a close-up of the Wigs and Boas, but there's that. It looks a little bit more pink on the camera. Still really pretty. Look at the Tomoe River paper. It just does so well. Like there's no bleeding. It's maybe over here with the Rebirth because I did do a lot. But even then, like, it's still pretty cool. Good. You can see a little bit more of the shimmer, much better now that it's dry. Look at Lake Michigan sunrise again, just really pretty. And I'm glad we got some more of that shimmer in the Faceless lady over here. And the Manhattan Man-Eating Pizza is drying, so there we go, friends. What do you think of my little Papier Plume collection? Let me know your thoughts, please. Do you have any? Are there any here that you would want? Or not that you would want, because like I'm not gonna give it to you. And I don't, but like, you know, some of the ones that are still in stock, you can probably get them. But like ink number 13, I don't think you can get them anymore. And even like these Lake Michigan Sunrise, Lake Michigan Springtime, and then the Faceless lady, I think those were limited edition to the pen shows, and anything that they have left over they take to their shop and they sell. So once they sell out, I don't think they make them again. So I think out of these, Rebirth, maybe Café, Diabolique, Wigs and Boas, those you can probably still get, but you know, I'll have to check on the rest. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, friends. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll catch you again next time. Bye bye.